नाम मरुत् अहं व्यासतीर्थविषये वदामि व्यासतीर्थ मुनित्रये अन्यतमः, which means one of the three. So he carried forward the work of vAsiShTha, and he was so good that he could surpass any intellectual argument over religion. So that made his work that he showed everyone that vAsiShTha and the vAsiShTha's teachings were the right way. He showed that the Madhva way was not just simple, but he showed it was a philosophical movement. vAsiShTha's life was considered to be the golden epoch of the school of philosophy. His political influence was so great that that he became the king of vAijayantI for a short while, which is why he also was called vAsaraj. Much of vAsiShTha's life is known to us because of Somanatha Kavi's book, Vyasa Yoga. And Somanatha Kavi was one of his disciples. And his works also include the Chandrika. His gurus, he had gone Diksha from Brahmanya Tirtha. His Vidya Guru was Shri Pada Guru, and his son Kalika, a contemporary of Subhendra Tirtha, Radha Matha, and Krishna Devaraya. His Shishyas were Purandara Dasa, Kanakadasa, Somanatha Kavi, and Vadiraja Tirtha. In our Hindu Dharma, we have great personalities, but do your children learn about this when they learn about Hinduism in school? In 6th grade, the students in California learn about world religions. Let's see what they learn about Hinduism. Okay, first let's start with the game of Jeopardy. Read these 3 questions, right? First of all, this person had the greatest number of American deaths in U.S. history. He did not lead from the front. Instead, he chose to have others fight for him. And in fact, he destroyed the South's economy. Who do you think it is?
U.S. Grant.
U.S. Grant.
It was Abraham Lincoln. So the way I did the Jeopardy, okay, it seemed completely crazy. Like this great person, Abraham Lincoln, was the one who destroyed the South's economy. You can create a negative image of a person or culture by carefully selecting facts, by deliberately misinterpreting, by having different standards while measuring similar aspects. Consider this. These are entries in some 6th grade textbooks a long time ago. Now read the first one. The monkey king Hanuman loved Rama so much that it is said that he is present every time the Ramayana is told. So look around. See any monkeys? This was removed after protests in 2006. But the other 2 entries are still there. Look at the bottom. Buddhism is an improvement over Hinduism. It just violates the state law. State law says that Christianity is an improvement over Judaism. That statement is not allowed. Isn't it similar? These are how books are made in California. So California, the law says that you should always represent positivity, you should have all religions, don't discriminate, and don't ridicule. But this is what the framework really is in California Department of Education. Framework is subtle bias against Hinduism, counts only negative things, inaccuracies, and suppresses positives completely. And when they go to the publishers, this is what they show. Books are open bias against Hinduism. amplify negativity. They deny grading illustrations and completely suppress positives. Now this is one entry in the textbook that everyone knows is not true. So the Aryan invasion theory, it was said by the British colonialists to divide and rule India. Now see, the root starts from the Caucasus Mountains. You know where that leads to? Europe. So basically, the British are saying that people from Europe in the north came to India and conquered it, which is not true. This is proven scientifically and archaeologically. It is not true. Now, what does the current framework have for Hinduism again? Now, I'm sure you sixth graders have seen this. All the sixth grade textbooks show is the caste system. Caste system, caste system, caste system. They just show that, that's all they show basically. And look, in 10 pages in one textbook, caste system is mentioned 35 times, 3.5 times every single page. Now, this is what the current framework does not have place for. It doesn't have place for aspects like yoga and Ayurveda at all. It doesn't have that stuff. And it doesn't have place for Hindu mathematics and science. Aryabhatta made the zero. She was the first person to discover a zero, basically. But our textbooks don't say that. And of course, Hinduism is the only religion that shows the divine feminine. Out of all religions, like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, even Buddhism, Hinduism is the only religion that shows the divine feminine. But the textbooks do not show this again. And again, the current framework does not have place for our beautiful music, our great art, all of that. These are all good aspects. They should be shown, but they are not. And of course, they do not show this. vAsiShTha Kutumbakam. It means the world is one family. This is what we say. But unfortunately, our textbooks do not say this. They also say Astoma Sadgamaya, which means beaming from the darkness to the light. It doesn't show that either. Now, tell me, who gave refuge to the Jews when they were persecuted all over the world? Who gave refuge to the Tibetan Buddhists when their leader Dalai Lama was persecuted? Who gave refuge to the Zoroastrians when they driven away from their homeland in Iran? The Hindus. That's who gave them refuge. But our textbooks do not show Hindu pluralism in their textbooks. Okay, now, tell me, they do not have place for the influencing of Americans by Hindus. Like Ralph Waldo Emerson, he was influenced by Hinduism. The Beatles, one of the best rock bands ever, they were influenced by Hindu music and art. And of course, a civil rights activist, Thoreau, he was also influenced. Now, let's see what the textbook shows for other religions. This is a picture of Christianity. Look at this picture. Look how beautiful it is. Beautiful, isn't it? The Last Supper with Jesus. Now, let's see what the contrast with Judaism is between books. Although the ancient Hebrews were a small group of people, their impact on world history has been great. Now look at chapter 7, Ancient India. Indians saw themselves as belonging to one of the four social systems called castes. Again, the caste system. Now, this is a picture of Islam. See this beautiful, the blue mosque? It looks so creative. You think that Islam is a very creative religion. such good architecture, but this is what it shows for Hinduism. Look. A big eating, dirt, poop, everything, and then just a ground. That's all it shows. And look at the bottom. Early India's social system. Just the caste system, the caste pyramid. That's all it shows. We are basically forced to learn about the caste system, and we are meant to memorize it, and that's basically the only thing we are taught. This is the impact on students. This boy thinks, oh, I'm so modern, I'm more civilized than these people. And that boy over there says, oh my god, I'm a caveman. Other than these people. I'm not compared at all. I'm like a fly to this man. That's what they think. And several times I have been insulted as well because of that. Now, what can we do? So there is a letter, there's a campaign letter. We would like you to sign the letter. And when we finish, when we gather it all up, we're going to send it to the California Department of Education in Sacramento. We're going to provide in-person testimony, and please write it on social media, make your friends aware, and ask schools to present